Why do so many people think that Aquarius Rising is secretly plotting a revolution? I see a lot of them, and in reality, they are sensitive and sincere, and half of the time, they are just planning how to make life easier and smarter. And today, we will reveal what have I noticed in all my Aquarius rising clients, why their appearance always seems a little futuristic, how their love stories combine independence and passion, and what the career of an Aquarian rising is really like behind the scenes. And yes, those unforgettable celebrity examples like Christina Aguilera, Leanne Rimes, Zendaya, and Whoopi Goldberg. And if, like me, you are on this journey of learning astrology, stay with me to see Aquarius rising in a completely different way. And trust me, the emotional part of the end may really surprise you.
It's way more fun on Talks by the Stars.
When people ask me what is the Aquarius rising sign, I always say it's the energy of someone who feels a little ahead of the time. They often look like reformers or visionaries, even if all they really want is a calm life and honest connections. These are classic Aquarius rising personality traits: originality, intelligence, and a quiet refusal to follow outdated rules. That's why their personality is friendly but independent. They care about people, justice, and big ideas, yet they also need space to think. In childhood, the Aquarius Ascendant woman or man often felt safest not only with family, but with the circles of mentors, teachers, or family friends around their mothers. They may have trusted grandparents or wise adults more than loud classmates. From a young age, an Aquarius Ascendant learned that belonging comes from finding their people, a tribe that understands their unusual thoughts and interests. But when that circle disappeared or let them down, it hurt deeply and they felt like outsiders. That's why many Aquarius rising traits include emotional safety, protection, and a strong sense of uniqueness as armor. A beautiful example is Elle Fanning. She stepped into the film world when she was still a little girl, growing up on sets instead of playgrounds. As a young sister of a famous actress, instead of competing loudly, she developed a soft but distinct presence. Dreamy, intelligent, slightly detached, yet deeply observant. The quiet drama on her childhood wasn't chaos. It was growing up too fast, learning to stand out while standing alone, and turning that difference into her signature strength. Leaned into her individuality, she built a career by being unapologetically herself. And that's a quiet drama of Aquarius rising personality. They may feel like outsiders as a children. But one day, the very thing that made them different became the reason the world notices them. I have to tell you, I am truly fascinated by an Aquarius rising woman and her individuality, because her appearance is rarely boring. In the small details like bold shoes, silver jewelry, or unexpected hair colors made them unforgettable. When people talk about these women, they often describe someone who came here to shake tin cups, because her appearance tends to feel cool, modern, and self-contained. If you wondering how to spot Aquarius rising woman, look for someone who seems observant, independent, and just a little different in the best way. You may notice a broad or high forehead, defined cheekbones, and a face that feels alert and mentally active. The eyes are usually bright and curious, sometimes a bit distant, like they're watching the world from above. The body is often lean or long, with relaxed but slightly unusual movements, more innovative energy than a classic glamour. And this is the main secret of the Aquarius rising woman. She became more attractive at the moment when she stopped trying to look traditional and fully embraced her originality. A great example is Leanne Rimes. Her clear features, bright gaze, and fresh, slightly unconventional style perfectly reflect Aquarius Rising appearance. Her features feel clean and defined, high cheekbones, bright eyes, and a gaze that looks both sensitive and slightly detached at the same time. In her style, she often mixed softness with something unexpected. Simple silhouettes, neutral tones, but then a bold cut, metallic detail, or edgy boots. She can wear minimal makeup and look fresh, yet when she chooses a sharpened look, it feels intentional and confident, not traditional. And honestly, if an Aquarius rising woman looks a little different, good. The world already has enough copies. They came to be the original. When people ask me how to recognize Aquarius rising, I always say, just look at her unique style. And you see that she doesn't follow trends. She reinvents them. The Aquarius rising woman is seen as bold, original, and impossible to copy. And that's the core of true Aquarius rising style. Her appearance often surprises people with metallic fabrics, electric blues, unexpected textures, and vintage pieces mixed with futuristic details. An excellent example of this style for many of us is Zendaya. She embodies an Aquarius rising style through her fearless fashion, risks, and constant reinvention. She can move from sleek, minimal tailoring to avant-garde, almost sci-fi silhouettes without losing her sense of control or intelligence. Among Aquarius rising celebrities, she proved that originality and confidence what are truly define the Aquarius rising woman presence. When it comes to Aquarius rising outfits, individuality always comes first. She may highlight her long legs with mini skirts, sharp shorts, or unusual tights, or she may choose oversized blazers and wide leg pants. Even in the simple clothes, the Aquarius rising woman adds one unexpected detail: a bold shoe, a statement bag, or an ironic graphic that make the entire look stand out. Hilary Duff reflects effortless Aquarius rising outfits by mixing comfort with subtle individuality. Her street style often includes relaxed silhouettes paired with one unexpected twist, whether it's a bold shoe, unique layering, or playful accessories. She demonstrates how the Aquarius rising woman can look approachable and down to earth while still maintaining that distinct, slightly unconventional Aquarius rising appearance. Aquarius rising makeup is playful but intelligent, often focused on one graphic liner, cool tone shadows, or a surprising pop of color. The skin stays clean and fresh, while the eyes or lips carry a subtle, rebellious twist that defines the overall unique appearance. This isn't traditional glam. It's creative, expressive, and slightly futuristic, which make the Aquarius rising woman unforgettable without trying to be sexy. Christina Aguilera is a strong example of an Aquarius rising makeup. She has never been afraid to experiment with bold eyeliner, frosted shadows, glossy lips, or dramatic contrast. Her beauty choices often feel futuristic, playful, and slightly rebellious, perfectly reflect the creative edge of the confident woman. She shows how the Aquarius rising appearance stands out most when makeup becomes self-expression rather than just enhancement. Honestly, it can make an entire movie about Aquarius rising relationships because their love stories are never boring. They are lessons about learning to love with whole heart. With the Aquarius rising Leo descendant, they may look independent and cool on the outside, but deep down, they are drawn to passion, loyalty, and big romantic energy. Their love often starts with friendship and deep conversation, yet their heart wants a partner who is warm, expressive, and proud to stand beside them. The Aquarius Ascendant spouse is often confident, creative, affectionate, and not afraid to show love in public. In their relationship, The challenge is the balancing freedom without tension, because they value space while the Leo type partner values closeness and admiration. The big relationship lesson is simple but life changing. Love is not taking away their independence, it gives it meaning. When they openly admire their partner and allow themselves to be adored, the bond becomes strong, loyal, and lasting. A beautiful real life example is Sarah Michelle Gellar and her marriage to Freddie Prinze Jr. They met in the late 1990s while filming I Know What You Did Last Summer, but their romance didn't begin right away. It slowly grew from friendship into something deeper, built on trust and laughter. They married in 2002 and chose a private, loyal partnership over Hollywood drama, later welcoming two children and creating grounded family life away from constant spotlight. Freddie openly admires her strength and talent, while Sarah often shares how steady and devoted he has been through every carriageship and life chapter. Their long-lasting marriage shows exactly what an Aquarius rising woman can create: a love story where friendship, respect, passion, and devotion shine just as bright as independence. Many of my Aquarius rising clients tell me they struggle with the one big question: how do I truly find myself? And if we look their soul navigation, we see they feel happiest when surrounded by like-minded people who believe in building something meaningful together. They come into this world with a mission all about progress, humanity, and helping society move forward, not just thinking about themselves. When we talk about Aquarius rising careers, we often see them drawn to technology, marketing, science, social reform, media, aviation, social media, space, or humanitarian work. Many of them quietly work behind the scenes as producers, coordinators, inventors, or creative visionaries, shaping the future without always needing the spotlight. In Aquarius Ascendant in Deep, this is not just about being different. It's about feeling responsible for change. They see patterns others miss, and they care about fairness, equality, and community. Their growth happens through friendships, teamwork, and shared ideas, not through hierarchy or power games. But there's also a shadow side. Sometimes they detach too much, living in their head and forgetting their own emotional needs. That's why people search for how to heal an Aquarius rising. The answer is grounding big ideas in real action and allowing themselves to feel, not just analyze. Even something like an Aquarius rising subliminal practice can help them reconnect with their heart, not just their mind. And if you want a real life example, look at Whoopi Goldberg. She grew up in a public housing in New York City, raised by a single mother who worked multiple jobs. Whoopi struggled with dyslexia and felt different from other kids. As a young woman, she faced poverty, addiction, and pain of trying to survive without a clear safety net. She felt like an outsider in every room, too bold, too honest, too unconventional for the system around her. Her healing came through using her voice and her originality instead of hiding it. As an Aquarius rising type, she transformed her sense of not fitting in into her superpower, building a career of unique characters, social commentary, and fearless conversation about race, equality, and human rights. That's Aquarius rising energy in its highest level. They are here to change the world. Even then, they had to stand alone at first. I know several men with Aquarius rising, and trust me, they usually have a look you don't forget or compare to anyone else. There's something original about him, not always classically handsome, but definitely memorable in their face. The Aquarius Ascendant gives him a broad or high forehead, sharp cheekbones, and a gait that feels observant, almost like he's studying the room before he speaks. He seems calm on the outside, but you can tell his mind is always working. The body of an Aquarius Rising man is often lean or long, sometimes with long arms or legs, and movements that feel relaxed but a little unpredictable. He may not look overly muscular, but he carries a quiet electric energy, more inventor than bodybuilder. An Aquarius Ascendant gives that cool, observant vibe, like he's watching the world from a high balcony. Think about the Barack Obama. Tall, composed, intellectual presence. Or Bruno Mars. Smaller frame, but electric energy and a unique style that lights up the room. And Orlando Bloom, who carried that airy, slightly elfin sharpness, while Lionel Messi, who shows how an Aquarius rising man can look quiet and humble, but still shock the world with brilliance. The truth is, an Aquarius rising man doesn't try to look traditional. He rather looks himself. And he seems emotional distance at first. Don't worry, he's not cold. He's just buffering like Wi-Fi before delivering genius. So, did you recognize yourself in this video? Did you feel this mix of independence, originality, and quiet emotional depth? Or maybe you have an Aquarius ascending partner, child, or friend, and suddenly everything makes more sense. If this resonated with you, subscribe to the channel and follow for more deep but simple astrology insights. And I will be happy to read your comments. Your story truly inspires my future videos. And remember, Aquarius rising doesn't need to fit into the world. Sometimes the world slowly reshapes itself around them. Follow Talk by the Stars and let's keep growing together.
It's way more fun on Talks by the Stars.